look at the meta we are seeing coming up. This is basically the last week of BT-19, I think. Then they have immediately going right into their EX set, EX8. So hopefully that will change up the format just a little bit. So without further ado, let's get into the video and talk about it. So let's take a look at the Japanese meta. So first off, we do have Lord Nightmon, Fenry Luga, the blue armors, Mirage Galga, red hybrid, green Imperial Dramon, purple Hydra, blue flare, sun and moon, Crossheart, Dukemon, 7 great demon lords, Beelzemon, Dorugamon, Royal Base, Kazuamon, Yellow Vaccine, Millenniumon. You know the whole drill here. We're kind of just seeing the same decks right now because especially once you get end of format, hopefully EX8 has enough power behind it to kind of shake up the meta a little bit and kind of get people off some of these decks, which they kind of do for the first week, and then people just go right back to their top contenders. You know, there's a lot of things going on, and it's kind of cool to see. Oh yeah, I definitely mentioned I would look at the Edamon list. Let's take a look here. So players that wanted to know what the Edamon list looked like, they're running it as with Shadow Seraphimon. It's the Poop Engine, the Poop, Sukamon, and, you know, it has Calamon in it, which is kind of cool. And then you have Doru, and, you know, Chumon. And then basically they're using Scrambles and Black Mem Boost. So taking a look though, I mean, it's got potential, right? You mean Force Attack, Blast Ace into Shadow Seraphimon Ace, which is pretty much one of the strongest ace in the game. And then basically you go from there. You can change your opponent's stuff into poop, and then they're going to have a straight bad time. So at the end of the day, looks pretty solid, very stock, very strong list. But let's get into it. I also said we'll take a look at the Aquatics. Aquatic definitely surprised me a little bit to see this thing doing something right before EX8. And, you know, no translation, sadly. But taking a look across the board, if anybody wants to build the Aquatic, this is basically EX7 plus the most current set, then Zudamon and Vikemon Ace. So taking a look here, there's nothing from future sets we have to worry about that we don't already have. So taking a look though, you know, I think this deck might be able to do something at the local level, nothing too crazy. I mean, with Lanamon here, just revealing, being a searcher for its on play, when Digivolve and reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add among them, add 1 to your hand or place as many of the blue Digimon bottom Digi-Evolution cards of one of your Digimon with Aqua and C in any of its traits, return the rest to the bottom of the deck. So basically, as any of the, this is just bad translation. Like even I'm having bad with English, and I'm bad with speaking. Real top 3 because among them, add to your hand or place as many of place any of your blue bottom Digi-Evolution cards bottom of one of your Digimon's Digi-Evolution cards. Jeez Louise, why is this thing so bad? It's terrible. I'm having bad times. Okay, Lanamon is just really badly translated. Shellmon, just because it does the whole line with the Regumon, and you know, being able to have decode as a functional ability is really solid. So I have no objections here. The list looks pretty solid if you guys take a look at it. I think maybe this would be fun at your local levels. If you have the cards, why not, right? Then we did have another Dog Engine base deck, and this is playing Cherubimon. So Cherubi now being able to sneak this in, it just shows that Dog Engine good. And it's always going to be good, and I have no objections on saying that. I think the deck's gonna do fine no matter what. The engine is just that consistency, and it doesn't really matter on the top end. The bottom end is just so solidly tight that you're not going anywhere. So I think when you have consistency like this, if you guys are complaining about the consistency, that's usually what happens, is that the reason why decks are so good is that their bottom end is just so tight and strong that it just does what it needs to. So let's just take a look at the Cherubimon shenanigans that you can do. And again, with the Trubimon top end, you can actually use Paladin mode Ace as an option. So with Trubimon, it has Alliance. When Digivolving, delete one level 4 or lower Digimon, then you may play one level 4 or lower green or purple Digimon from your hand or trash without paying its cost. So basically, it feels its own stuff, spitting things on the board. Then you have Trubimon X. When Digivolving, when attacking, once per turn, you may play one level 4 or lower yellow or green Digimon card from your hand or trash without paying its cost. And of turn, once per turn, if Trubimon or X antibodies in this Digivolution, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lowers. And for each of your other Digimon, add one level to the chosen effects. So basically, you're wider the board, the scarier this gets. So yeah, and then you have like Trubimon Ace being able to help minus threats off board and just blast Ace. So it's just straight up Alliance applying pressure, doing what Lord Nightmon does without having the piercing involved. So, I mean, hey, and then you do have Paladin mode Ace to kind of just be a threat, especially in the mirror matches. So if it works for players, why not play Trubimon, right? I think it has some fun to play around with at the local level, and then you can just smack your opponents around with Trubimons. Then we have Magna Armor Yellow Rush. You know how this goes. Well, Yellow Armor Vaccines. First place out of 16 best of ones. One against Blue Hybrid, Purple Hybrid, Red Birds, and Talmon Loop. Ruin Loop and Hybrids are scary, as they're saying. Of course they are. They've always been kind of scary for this deck, especially Purple Hybrid being able to do the Duskmon shenanigans, because they can mill you out very comfortably without even breaking a sweat. Then we do have Bloomlord. Bloomlord just having the good stuff going for it. Always has been a very solid deck. And I love the Chimera tech. The Paladin mode Ace is always welcome. I definitely think, you know, Hydramon is not a card you'd let go very comfortably. And it's really good to see him back in the list. I think he's definitely a must, especially because he's such a good, you know, control aspect. I mean, they won against Mirage, Galactic, and Black War Greymon. I think that's pretty solid across the board. There is nothing to worry about. I mean, if they can't get rid of the Hydramon in Mirage, the Hydramon just kind of just wins the match there, because if you have a wide enough board and they suspend, they're not gaining enough memory to counteract your Hydra. So all good stuff across the board, and I think I'm really excited to see if Bloomlord can actually still do well. Then we did get Lucemon. Lucemon doing some Lucemon shenanigans. If you guys look, they aren't playing the Uku engine, but they're using Gazis and Psyches. So I'm very skeptical to use Psyche in a deck that basically, you know, your rookie lineup a little bit kind of reduces their play cost. But I kind of get it. If you just slam down the Luces and you're kind of just going at it, you know, you got QPmons being able to Digivolve and raising with the Lucemon as well. So, but they are using a sort of Kari package with, you know, Revelation of Light to be able to make your opponent's threats a little bit weaker. But it is, you know, Satan mode and the whole 9-yard package. So if you take a look, they are using this Kari that says basically, when an effect trashes this card from your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets security attack 1 until the end of turn. Start of turn, if you have 2 or less memory set at 3, and when an effect removes cards from your security stack by suspending this tamer, one of your opponent's Digimon gets security attack 1 and -1 until the end of turn. And then you do have regular Kari as well, just being your turn when a card is added to your security stack, gain a memory. So it's very commonplace here. And then Revelation of Light, basically being able to, I think you get to play one level 4 or lower Digimon card among them without paying its cost, then shuffle your security stack. So basically you're going to be playing your 3 cost Lucemons for nothing, for 4 cost, which makes up because some of these are 5 cost shenanigans. So this definitely helps out in keeping your turn, and then you can get into your level 5 Luces very comfortably. So taking a look though, straight across the board, it looks solid enough. I think this can just be good at the local level if you guys give it a whirl. I think you might have some fun with it. Then we did have Emperor Greymon. Been a hot second actually since we've seen Emperor Greymon in since BT-19. So again, this deck kind of just fell off to the wayside, but they are doing like the Suzanomon shenanigans with, you know, Suzanomon's options, and they're just Emperor Greymon for days. This is just max rarity too, I think, almost. Yeah, they're just trying to flex. I like it. I like the flex. Then we do have the Galaxy engine. So if you guys know, it's Mirage plus Paladin modes plus Regu plus Hexablow, and they just go to town. I like the Zudamon Ace tech, you know, all in all good stuff. They are teching in Jade and then the Shuffles or Scrambles. So they both in the deck you have, oh, Wisteria. So this one's going to help you because with this added bonus, you can actually get every piece in your deck. So now you have full access to be able to search for 2, which, let's be honest, what is kind of funny about this is that their memory boost is going to do what they need to. Revealing the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 blue or red Digimon among them, return the rest to the bottom of the deck, and then you have like blue Scramble to get your Lunamon back if they clear your board. And again, you just need Luna on board to basically start your whole shenanigans, because all you need to do is promote something up and bounce. And I think pretty solidly wise, the list is really good. I mean, again, people are going to complain because of how strong it is and everything like that, but you know, to be honest with you, the same things with the dog engine. Just consistency dog and consistency, you know, for Galaxy is all restricted into their own design, but they're just very generically good. You know, once you get so much generic in the format, it just becomes the problem. It's just people were asking for more better generic stuff. What does that happen? Decks that can just splash generic C get better. So what happens when that? People start complaining. It's just a endless cycle of revolving doors that you will never be able to stop. So I'm just giving you a warning. Expect Complaint City for a long time. So, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.